everyone, and thank you
Yeah.
for coming to The Compromise, a.k.a.
Meet me halfway. And the weather is nice outside. And
My name's India Anderson, the great.
My name is Darchi Anderson. I am...
lame. Let me stop. Okay. So, we've been MIA, life be life. But we're back with another podcast, and we're going to be talking about call centers.
And Bill, over to you for a quick commercial.
No, so we want to talk about call centers and like the highs and lows of it, because we both worked at call centers, and
Work.
he works.
I'm at there. I'm right here with it every day. To this day.
I no longer have that problem.
Ooh.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Darchi, for letting me be able to not have to deal with clients.
Take the grade off your name and put it on my name, huh?
So,
Okay,
I don't know what that means.
I'm the great.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. So let's talk about some highs and lows. So I'll start, and we'll talk about some of the highs, the good things about a call center. And for me, I would say the people that I worked with. Y'all know who you are. I made, some really good friends and acquaintances. Like you meet all types of people. You meet some real cool people at the call center, okay? Let me stop. But I would really say that's the best one. But also with us having a business, having that customer service mindset kind of helps us in that area too, to, think of the customer and be thoughtful and try to make adjustments, but also don't let them play you, because customers will try to play you too. So, it kind of helps in those areas. What about you?
Did you go highs and lows?
That's a high. It's for business for us to have that mindset.
Okay, like a good mindset. My highs at a call center, like you said, the people. I think during this process, I've learned a lot about, myself. We created a whole podcast surrounding around meeting people halfway, talking to people, making sure that they understand who we are, and not getting offended or feeling so defended or defensive off of everything. Being a call center, you're gonna get a lot of calls that somebody gonna be like
defensive, offended, yeah.
Where your money from? And my job didn't start off as a call center. That's what's crazy, and I didn't plan on that. So that. One of the highs is that, like, over time, I'm learning so much. You see a big difference between back then to now, is where I'm like more so, handling, like the turmoil or some of the issues kind of differently, because I'm also like, well, I work at a financial company, so I'm like, people are learning. They don't really know what to do, and I hear a lot of people calling in, and I'll be like, well, it's also a blessing too, because it's like, thank God that I'm learning about finances now, and I'm not having to wait till I'm 50 and 60 to like work, no offense to nobody that's like 50 and 60 don't know about finances, but I've been in these opportunities where I'm like, you know what, I hear so many people's stories and so many people things, and everybody can talk about concept, but like I said, I hear a lot of people. So it's a good
thing is that you get to hear other people and help them. You get to hear other people and help them.
I don't think I care about the helping them part.
So what part? Narrow it down.
I ain't mean to do nobody like that,
What's the good part? Narrow it down.
They be calling me doggy, The good part,
Let's save that for your low.
I wouldn't say like help. Well, I guess you could say helping the people, but it's also like understanding, like, I guess a good way to put it is learning from other people's mistakes. Like learning from other people's mistakes. Like, I get so many calls to where you don't get calls because everything, like, hey, I just want to call you today, Darchi, and just say the world is beautiful. Like, I wish, what I'm saying? Yeah. I would work at every call center in the world. Like, hey, thanks for calling ATT. How are you doing? Like, And, hopefully that help people out there that call centers and that, we probably got some friends. I know I got some friends right now. Shout out to y'all that be calling them call centers and be mad. I know exactly who you are. I know because I hear y'all on the phone with me. So stop doing those people like that because I'm one of those people.
Okay.
Remember your friend. But yeah, that's what I say. I wouldn't say like the helping people. I would say like learning from those mistakes that they made and not say, like not necessarily like learning all the mistakes because some of the things that people do is like, oh my God, at least I'm aware of it. You know what I'm saying? At least I know that like they just made a bad financial decision. You know what I'm saying? Like he finna take his money out to buy a boat. You know what I'm saying? And he like, I really can't afford it, but I want to take all my money out. Like, okay, that's nice. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't tell you what to do, kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay. That's a good one. Okay.
A little burp.
So our next question is, what is the most memorable?
I thought we were gonna say the lows.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. What's the lows? Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I would say the low is basically dealing with Karens.
I tell you about to say Karens, and I was like, oh my bad, bro.
No. Dealing with some Karens, but just dealing with just upset people in general. Because obviously you understand that they are, upset about something, but you're trying to help them. So don't shoot the messenger. So that's the low because you just get all beat up, cussed at, and attitude, just get called names and all stuff. And you don't feel like dealing with that every day for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Or majority of the 8 hours, So it's like, be kind. People would be very willing to do what they can to help you if you're nice. But yes, that's the low, dealing with angry people.
You only got one low?
Well, with mine's the hours. The hours were really all over the place. I don't really fool with that. Some of the call center hours, as people know, it's pretty all over the place. You got to work the weekend sometimes. Some people work at the weekend all the time, depending on which one they work at.
They trying to do.
Yeah, so it's like the hours kind of suck. And then just the ability to grow. Like, what are you gonna do? Become the lead, the manager? But what if you don't want to do that? So I feel like the opportunities kind of sometimes are not as wide in that area too.
Is it?
On the top of my head right now.
Work-life balance, like.
Oh yeah, work-life balance. But that goes with the hours though. Kind of to me. Okay. But yeah, work-life balance with the hours and stuff.
I can dig it.
Hey, you made me think of something, but I lost it.
I said work-life balance.
You said that.
I did this right here.
You did.
I said work-life balance.
I'm trying to jog it. Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
Work-life balance.
Go ahead. I lost it.
Yeah. You got
what's some of your lows?
Now, huh?
No, only at 2 highs.
No, I'm talking about at this current state. But my lows, mine is kind of like, I'm nitpicky with a lot of stuff. Like I'm like, people be calling and they be like, hey, Darchie, how was your day? And I'll be like, oh, my day's going well. And they'd be like, that's great. How was your day? And I'll be like, my day is going well. Thank you so much for asking. How is your day going? And sometimes I'd be petty just to see if they finna ask me. And I literally was sitting there. Somebody asked me like 4 times, and I was like, "This is crazy, bro. This is like."
Wait, that made me think of what I'm so sorry to interrupt. But call center voice, the voice you have to have.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
First of all, and Archie's is hilarious.
Oh man, because my barber had already talked to me. I went to go.
Were you being professional?
I said I should never let my barber follow me on Instagram. I gotta watch you, bro. He talking. As soon as I come in the shop, I watched my boy podcast, y'all. He got a white person voice. And
You
his
got that
name
interview voice?
Darchie. His name Darchie. He over here talking like, "Hello, how are you guys doing on this podcast?" So I said, "Today I'm not doing it." And
You got to remember to turn it
I got a
off.
saggy T-shirt on, so you know I'm black. But
Archie's very, very so black and has, he's from Shreveport. He has his voice, but when he at his job, thank you for. I was like, who is this person? Who is this man in my house?
I gotta talk to them people financially, man. Them people don't want to just talk to any, and then they not go. And so that's probably a low because you got to look at opportunity. I'm in the finance world, and I can't really speak too much about what I do, and stuff like that. Not saying
Don't
like I
get
work
you
in
in
a government job or nothing, but there's a lot of stuff I can't get too in details.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with people accounts and stuff, but when you dealing with these people, what I was gonna say, you made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to think what I was going with it, cause I was like, dealing with these people is like, oh yeah. That's where I was gonna go, cause that could be a low for me. Because dealing with some certain like types of people want credentials. They see your face, they see who you are. I feel so bad when I had to be in the office doing the same type of job that I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like similar, but not the same, and I was at a company, Goldman Sachs, and earrings and my hair all fluffy and stuff like that. And I'm looking around like, is there anybody else in here like me? Like that's kind of hard to be able to say like, I'm really this, what I'm saying? I tried to go get, a degree in finance, and I'm intelligent. I want to carry and I have to talk like this so you can know like I'm intelligent. But if I come over here and be like, y'all, man, listen, like, because I'm a little country, you know what I'm saying? Because I always say, you know what I'm saying? But I have to stop saying, you know what I'm saying? Because when they grading those calls, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I got in trouble.
Yeah, you can't do all that, because people ain't going to trust you either. Those call center people, those people calling in, you got to think about the kind of stuff I have to deal with. Those people will be like, sometimes you call those people and they be like, is this a scam? Are you a scam or something? Like, don't call me. Don't call me. Like.
Yes, even with my name being India, they be like, where are you from? I'll be like, okay, my name's racist. India now. I didn't say I was. Yeah, like that's kind of messed up. But yeah,
man, I'm sweating hard too. But yeah, no, that's one of my lows, because you gotta like impersonate people that you're
not.
You're really not that person. But in order to get their attention, you know what I'm saying? I think we do that a lot of times with life. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people can't be themselves. Like being at a call center, it hurts me because I don't feel like now 8 hours out of my day, even though I work from home, I'm not being myself. I might bring that talking in here to you. You know what? You got to invest. You got to start a Roth IRA. Once you start a Roth IRA, the maximum right now is $6,500, and like that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? When I can't talk to you or be personable, because I always want to be personable to my people, because I don't know how many people out there even know what IRA stands for. You know what I'm saying? What is an IRA? Like that's the basics, to me. And I'm like, dang, that's the basics for
but I got one.
Certain demographics, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I get on the phone to these people and they be asking the same questions that we would ask. It's just like we fear those things, that we fear like calling these people and talk, but they don't care. They calling. They're like, I'm finna figure out what they ask the same as much. And then the craziest thing is we have to uphold this kind of standard for them, but you know what I'm saying? They calling in with the craziest outlandish question, and they talking crazy. Like you said, Karen, I will not ridiculous. Like, yeah, okay, but I gotta keep my cool. You know what I'm saying? I gotta. Yes, ma'am. Like that's the real true downfall. But outside of that, the other downfall is like you said, hours. I get some things take a toll on you. You listen to so many people complain a day. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes I can't even listen to my friends. Like then you take venting from somebody else as a complaint. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even take that, because I'm like, why listen to you vent when everybody vented to me for 8 hours? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting like, in this summertime, I'm getting like 50 calls a day. And I'm like, my job wasn't even never supposed to be this. I'm really asking for so many different opportunities now. It's like, come on, let me get this, let me get this, let me. Like, let me do this for a little while so I don't have to be on these calls because it's getting stressful. It's just, and as you heard me, I got to be more verbal. So that's another high too. I guess it's teaching me to speak, and say what I want too.
Advocate for yourself.
Advocate for myself. Because you know what you don't want, but you can't sometimes people out here, they know how to not tolerate something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to do that because I'm so like reserved and cool and collective, but that's a high. But then all the lows, you know, it kind of take a toll on you because you don't want to be advocating if you're already like, don't you, you know, I get to a point where I assume, like, don't you know I'm stressed out? But yeah, I talked long enough.
No, you're fine. I'm
It
glad you
remind
got
me
that
of
out.
call center. Yeah.
You had to get that out. I feel you, man.
Yeah, I started sweating.
But
I couldn't breathe.
another low, because you touched, I'm going to add on to yours because that's a good one. Like with the whole voice thing I was saying.
Yeah.
Because I was working at a luxury company, luxury customer service too. They were like, you have to use luxury language. And I'm just like, oops. Like, you know, even you even do the alphabet. When you're trying to spell things out, you're supposed to say A as in alpha, B as in bravo. You know, you gotta.
Ours is military.
My thing, I was
I
like,
can't never remember it. I'll be
like,
in there.
Ooh.
And the crazy thing about
Apple,
my job,
A as in apple, B as in boy.
they put it up there for you on the screen, and I'd be over there like not even paying
That's
attention.
helpful if they had that
I don't
up
be
there.
looking still. I'd be like zoned out because I'd be like really trying to gather my piece while they talking. So they'd be like, "Oh, can you read it to me again?" Oh yeah. Dang, what that screen was. A as in alligator. B, and then I know I'm kind of racist a little bit myself because then sometimes, yeah, I'm racist.
Don't do that.
I'm racist.
Don't get us canceled. We ain't even got started
racist.
yet. We ain't even get started yet.
I'm racist. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not racist, but I know certain cultures, people.
It's harder to understand.
It's so hard to understand them. You heard me earlier.
Yeah.
You heard me when I was like trying to be so patient with her, and I was like, I can't
He's saying
understand
those are
you.
the best clients.
It's not. It's not because you got to get to somebody that
stay on
can
the phone.
understand you. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Just
get
struggle on the
somebody
phone.
you can understand because I couldn't. People with those thick accents, they got to get somebody that can just speak their language to.
Yeah,
you know, because
yeah.
because me, I don't have a lot of patience sometimes to be like, what? You know, what?
Yeah.
What? Set to particular. No, I'm
Stop.
not.
Ooh, God forgive them.
Excuse me. My
Forgive
bad.
them.
I mean, but come on, man. I mean, I feel like we can be real. I feel like these people can hear this because, like we said earlier, we got to change our whole voice. What voice are we using when we do that?
It's called
What
code
culture?
switching.
But I'm saying is that's
It's
not
code
us.
switching.
That's not us.
It's
though.
not us, correct. It's code switching.
Okay, so give me this.
Because black
Give
is
me
not
this.
black is not a voice.
Black
you
is
talk
not a
black,
voice, but-
and then it's something, you know.
But don't do
ghetto
that
in
because
box.
they don't call it black talking. Just like everybody, I think everybody got a little racism there because some black people would say they talking not black but what ghetto. They saying
I
they
said
talking
ghetto. I
ghetto.
said ghetto.
Oh, I ain't hear you. My bad. You talking
I
low.
said no one's saying.
Gotta turn your mic up. But yeah,
Or
no.
I said
for
something
real.
along that line of, if they say you talk black, they're meaning ghetto, or what's it called, ebonics, something like that.
Man. See, that's
Hooked
messed
on
up.
phonics.
That's messed up. And then it's like that's why I always said I
It
wanted
is
to
messed
be a
up because you
comedian too
should be
because I'm
able.
like
Yeah.
this call center gave me a lot of comedy because I'm like, man, we should love all of our cultures. Like I love them people. You know what I'm saying? If I see them in person, you know, I love them. You know what I'm saying? I love them people. I know certain things I have stereotypes over, but I feel like a lot of people have stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard because I used to try to hold everybody accountable for judging and all this stuff. And I made it hard for myself because it's like I work at a call center. I'm judging every person that call almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you old. Oh, you know, you can't find it. You can't. Sir, it's right there. Is it a red button right there? It's a red button right there, but I don't see the other red button you talking about. The red button I'm talking about right there. And then, you know, I'll be like, yep. They can't get it.
It teaches patience.
It teaches you patience for sure. You know, so that's why I say there's some highs in that, but it's a lot of lows. It's a lot. It's a lot of lows. Yeah, for some people that can't. Some people out there love call centers. So, you know, I don't want this to be like a bashing type of thing because some people love.
But that's why we're saying highs and lows. It's not a bashing session for
some
sure.
people like it. We can go to the next question because you know.
Yeah, we've been on this one for a second.
I know, yeah. And I've been sweating for it.
Can you think of a memorable moment, like your most memorable, or just?
You got one? Because I'm trying to think. I can't inside the call center or like.
No, I mean like on a phone call.
Oh, I mean, oh man, my best call probably would. See, my job
I say
has
best is most memorable.
most memorable. I'm saying like I know my most memorable quote, big whatever that word is. I had to burp too, but because I know the client was so happy to talk to me because he was like, when you had said somebody figured out the name Darchie, I think, see, my uncle told me that my granddaddy just mixed some names together to make Darchie. That's what he told me, so that's why I was like, I don't think I really know the truth because I want to know from who gave me the name. So I say Darchie on the phone, and this guy from like, I don't know if he's from Europe or something, he was like a Saint Nick voice, like, oh my gosh, your name's Darchie. And we was talking. Let me stop lying. He was talking for like hours. I didn't say a word. I tried to interrupt him. I even tried to hit him with one of those lines like they used to tell me in training, like, if the client is taking you over the time that you're supposed to be on the phone with them, just let them know, like, hey, I have other appointments to get to. And then he was talking so long. He was like, Darchie is German because chi and dar mix, and then you get. I was like, I said, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But then later on, I mean, we can laugh and we can have a lot of fun. But at the same time, he ended the conversation kind of like this. So we had like an hour and 30-minute conversation. He had an hour and 30. He was just talking to me. He was just like running. At one point, I'm sitting on my phone. I done hit one of these. Oh, Lord, hold on. You still going, you know what I'm saying? Because at first I was going to get annoyed, but I was like, he's taking me off, from all these other thousands of calls, you know what I'm saying? He just want to be heard. He just want to be heard. But at one point, he got to a point to where he started speaking, and he was just like, yeah, thank you so much. He was like a great listener. He was just like, my wife died, I just wanted to talk to somebody. And I was like, hey, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, man. I had to go back and, let them know, I'm thankful for you saying, my name. And, I'm like, now I'm being nice to him because I'm like, dang. And so that's what another high going back to, like, from a memorable moment. That's another high of just knowing, like, sometimes people can, like, touch you. Sometimes people can, like, touch your heart and make you think, like, life, we take life for granted sometimes because we get so frustrated at a lot of things and so upset at a lot of stuff in life. And all these people got so many problems. It's so many people out here got so many problems. It's crazy how many problems that you will look at and make a comparison and be like, your problems are greater than mine. You know what I'm saying? Your wife passed away, bro. I wouldn't know what to do if India passed away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a lot of moments where I'd be like, I don't want to, be here and stuff like that. It's because I'm working a call center. I'm stressed out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, dang, when you look back at those moments and you really see, like, this guy, he talks so much just like me. And I had to relate myself to him. I'm like, dang, you probably talked to your wife ears. But I said, I know you loved her. I said, dang, it's sad. And I know when she was passing away, I know she knew, like, I'm going to miss him talking. I'm going to miss him doing all that talking. He talked a lot. And I was like, dang, that was a good memory. I will always remember him because when he said that, he was just like, you could hear his voice crack a little bit. He was like, thank you. Thank you, I am, it's just good to talk, to people. And, sometimes I just call and I'm sorry for keeping you off of what your work is, and I just, I had, some history to tell. He started telling me about the Civil War and World War III. I was like, we talked for an hour, 30 minutes. We had to talk about something. This is talking. This ain't watching a movie. He telling me the movie, you know what I'm saying? And I really was appreciative of him of that because I really had a moment of just understanding that life is more than just frustrations and just like, I was like, dang, bro, you really taught me something, like, dang. It's like taking these moments and just, you got to make the best out of every single moment. You know what I'm saying?
Aww,
crazy.
Sweet old man.
I know. Shout out to him. I can't say his name, but shout out to him. Hopefully you watch the podcast. Oh, is that Dorothy? Put your number in the comments.
Okay.
Like, no, man, I'm sorry.
So mine. I feel like I've had a couple. But I had a lady too that she was an older lady and she talked to me about 45 minutes. And I was telling, and I think this lady, I always got caught up. Like it was about time. I had the late shift and I was supposed to be off. Those are the worst. Those are really the worst ones where you supposed to be getting off and then they catch you and then you're on there for 30, 45 minutes. But, yeah, the lady just was literally telling me like her whole life. Like, I don't want to say too much and get in trouble or whatever. But like she got a package and basically she was thinking the package was basically from an ex that she had to get a restraining order from. So she was telling me all the tea and I was like, what, for real? Yeah. And I'm just like chilling, like, what else happened? Like,
you trying to get the tea.
Like, oh, I'm just listening and like, okay. And so then it came to a point I'm like, okay, it's almost time for me to go. Like, I'm just trying to get her off the phone. Boy, I was struggling, you know, like you said, like, it's like, you know, don't go a certain amount of time. And I'm like, okay, well, now I'm like, okay, it's been long enough. Let me stop, you know, entertaining this lady. Let me get off this phone. And boy, it was a struggle. Yeah. And then another person at another job, this man tried to holler at me on the phone.
What kind of call center you worked at this point?
I'm not saying the name, but like it had to do something with car loans.
One of those special call centers?
No,
it's a special call center.
It was about a car loan, and then the car salesman was like trying to holler at me. I was like, "Bye, sir."
He can see you through the screen or
no.
something? Okay. Sweet voice. Okay.
I've been told I can be on late night.
Oh, okay.
Let me stop. Anywho, but yeah, those were some memorable moments.
I like that.
Getting the tea from the folks.
We may have to mix the next two questions together, do's and don'ts.
Yes.
You know, we get
Oops.
close to time.
Alexa, we wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay, so call center do's and don'ts. So my do's and don'ts is be nice, give all the information so the person can assess and help you properly. The don'ts, don't be rude, don't be yelling, don't be getting attitude. Right. Count to 10 before you call. If you got to be on hold because we're working something out in the background. If if you being rude and you on hold, you just on hold. Oops, I'm telling the tea. Let me stop.
Not what I do at my job. Back to you, Bill.
I ain't never gonna get a job a day in my life.
Man, I don't know if they gonna see this on the resume. Some don'ts. What's you said
I said the do's and don'ts. I'm gonna leave it simple. Okay. I ain't trying to get
overtime. Okay. Do's and don'ts. Like you said, just do be respectful. I can't say everybody's gonna be respectful because I know everybody's situation different. You know what I'm saying? Like they calling in for.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean everybody calling in, and some people mad, some people be upset, some people probably had a bad day, some people wife passed away. You know what I'm saying? You can't say like, hey, like my wife passed away, I'm just gonna be the happiest person in the world. Yay, you know, like yay, you know. But no,
with your job, you will more likely be around those scenarios.
Yeah, because I do deal with like death and stuff like that too. So yeah, like I said, somebody cried the other day on the phone because I had to ask him a question about somebody that passed away. I was like, "Can you give me this information?" And he was like, and I was like, "Bro, gosh," I was like, "This is a part that I don't want to like. It's kind of cringy, you know, kind of thing." Yeah. So, but on our side, you can always be respectful too. You know, you can always be like. It's a certain way. You if you work at a call center and you know you signed up for a call center, you know what I'm saying, job, you have to go in with the mindset of like, hey, like at one point I had to catch myself just doing a monotone, you know, just like I can't give this my energy. I can't give this job all of my soul. You know what I'm saying? Like they want me to be, you know, I can't do that every day. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very hard for me because a lot of people are draining my energy. A lot of people are putting stuff on me that I don't want put on me. So yeah, that's a piece of it. And like what was that? Don'ts and do's. Well, I guess do's was to be respectful, and the don'ts is don't be disrespectful back to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people cuss, you know, back. They like, oh, okay, all right, okay, Karen, okay, say less. Meet me outside. You know, like, wow, you're gonna meet her outside because you're that mad, and you don't even know this lady. Where is outside? I can see her address. Okay, you can. You're gonna go to jail. You know, like don't go to jail. So don't go to jail because you're at a call center and you're upset about something. But do be respectful. Don't go to jail.
Yeah, and mine was more towards the client, but the encouragement, which is the last question, would be to the people working at the call center, which was kind of what yours was, which was good points. But yeah, encouragement is like, hey, if you actually like, being there, obviously, make time to relax, get your self-care in, because it's a toll to, deal with so many people every day. And then I would encourage, like, if you don't want to be there, use it, use those funds to get to where you want to be.
Right.
I would say definitely be wise, be smart, because I know a lot of people see in the media or whatever in social, people just quitting their jobs and stuff. And that, that's various jobs. But if the call center's not for you, see what else is out there. Apply to other jobs. Find a hobby, a niche that, something that you're interested in if the call center job isn't for you. Don't be scared to look.
Right. I agree. Just encouraging them to make sure that they, try to take one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. I mean, take it one call at a time, actually. Somebody taught me that. One call at a time. And then also the last thing I would just say, time is coming very close. Just make sure that don't let one bad thing disrupt your entire day. That's something that I fell short with a lot of times. You work at a call center, you take 50 calls, all 50 calls wasn't cussing. You know what I'm saying? If Correct. It was, then we need to talk about the company that you work for. Sorry.
You gotta check them out.
Yeah, check them out. But just take it one call at a time, and then just make sure that you are, just taking it, just everything ain't bad. So
don't let one thing ruin your whole day.
Ruin your whole day. You know what I'm saying? Get some, like she said, get some peace. I just got a manicure and a pedicure.
Men
don't do that. That's my second one.
Oh, second one. I'm glad he did.
Yeah, this is The Compromise.
AKA Meet Me Halfway.
Thank y'all for watching, tuning in.
Yes.
We got more stories to come. The dynamic duo is back.
We're back. Bye-bye.